Here's Janet.
Oh, here's me. I have to put his book down.
Your camera?
I'm going to read a floor poem from a couple different shows because of the performance art sections of this book. It's a collection of things from cc&d magazine, and it's called This Is Where I Live. And if anybody wants to know anything about submitting writing, you can always go to the website scars, scars.tv/cc&d and learn about it. And the PhD school.
And Janet has published works from the group. She's published me and other poets.
And actually, Save the World was even used for the title for the book for the last issue of cc&d that came out in January. It's groovy cool. Groovy cool. I'm trying to be all laid back. I'm trying something. Good luck with that.
Chicago cool.
Good luck with that, Janet. So I thought I would go with a few more pieces from the show that I was doing before. That was in Autumn What Was New from the Baha'i Festival. This poem is called And I'm Wondering. And I'm wondering if there's something chemical that brings people together, something that brings people to their knees, something that sucks them in. And I'm wondering if you're sensing what I'm sensing. Is it just me? Am I making this all up in my head? Or when I glance up and I catch your eyes, well, are you actually staring at me? And I'm wondering if it could work out for us this time, if we'd have one of those relationships that no one ever doubts, especially us, because we know we'll always be in love. And I'm wondering if you'd find my neurotic pet peeves charming, like how I hate it when someone touches my belly because I'm so self-conscious. And I'm wondering why you had to tell me when we have to be sitting next to each other, that the fact that our legs were almost touching was making your heart race. And I'm wondering why I felt the need to take your cigarette and inhale, exhale, while that filter was still warm from your lips. There just seconds before. And I'm wondering if a year or two from now, after we've been going out, we should have gotten to that point where we're bored with each other and sunk into that comfortable rut. If you saw me making macaroni and cheese in the kitchen, I'm using margarine and water because I don't have any milk, and I've got my hair pulled back and strands are falling around my eyes, and I'm wearing an oversized button-down denim shirt and nothing else. Well, what I'm wondering is if you would see me like this and still think that it was sexy. And when I glance up and I catch your eyes from across the room, when I see your eyes dart away, when I feel this chemical reaction, now, what I'm wondering is, do you feel it too?
I mean, like, we'll keep it if you want it.
And
the main thing is to get it.
truthful, my husband, this is married in autumn. When I fell in love for real, he then said to me, I want to marry you. I want to marry you in autumn when the leaves are changing and the weather is perfect. I felt the enchanting, changing seasons. This was now our transformation when he said to me, I want to marry you in autumn. And my other love theme one for you from the show is this one's called Just by Holding His Hand. When we're walking down the street in stride, and our feet pump up that same rhythm, and our shoulders are almost touching, and our hands seem to brush up against each other and for one brief moment. In that one brief moment, our hands almost touch, and he reaches over and takes my hand. He slides his fingers around my hand, and I feel him move along my palm to my fingers. When he moves along my palm to my fingers, no one else knows what it feels like when his fingers curl and hold me tight. Well, it feels like Pop Rocks. You know that feeling. It feels like Pop Rocks and that candy is sliding down your throat after you let it explode on your tongue and it's tingling. Oh, you know that feeling. And no one else is eating those Pop Rocks and no one knows that tingling feeling. And this is my little secret. And I love keeping this little secret when I feel this feeling like never before. And it makes me want to laugh and cry because when I look around the room, I know that no one else is eating those Pop Rocks. And no one knows that feeling when he's holding my hand. No one knows this feeling when it's holding my hand. It's like candy and Kuypers and hearts and sunshines and all those generic symbols of love that never explain it quite right. Words can never explain it just right. It's catching your breath. It's falling from an airplane. It's climbing a mountain. It's standing on a glacier. It's following dolphins. It's swimming with sharks. It's turning your head and seeing those fingers interlocked with yours as you're walking in stride. Because then and there, walking in stride, you think of how those Pop Rocks tingling down your throats. But now these feelings, it's all of your nerves, because Pop Rocks never felt like this. And no, nothing has ever felt like this. It's in all of your muscles and all of your nerves. And now you want to hold on for your life. Now you know something you've never felt before. Oh, just by holding his hand. All right, I'm going to share with you from a different show. This was actually poems were written here, but were performed in Chicago. And I will start with, I'm thinking about myself too much. All my life is always all about you. What do you need? What do you want? How can I help you? What can I do for you? And now, for once, I start to live. And now you tell me I'm thinking about myself too much. And I think back to all the time I've spent with you and all the care I've given you, and now you tell me that I'm thinking about myself too much. And I've cooked for you, and I've cleaned for you, and I've made sure everything in your world made sense. And now you tell me that I'm thinking about myself too much. And all I can think is that you're only angry because I'm thinking about me at all. This is a poem for my brother, and it is called Only Half the Story. He was a troubled man. He had a good life, but let demons in to do him in. In his struggles, he almost died a number of times, and even his family pushed him away and only heard news of his death after he was already cremated. And it makes me wonder if our love for him ever completely went away, because after all the mistakes were made, I want to believe that he's worth more than what his demons reduced him to. I want to remember that when I worked retail, he bought the biggest teddy bear through me, and when he had just found out that his wife was pregnant with their first child. I suppose it was a fun way for me to get the news, too. I want to remember how he'd come inside after plowing too many streets to count that were filled with feet after feet of snow, that little icicles would be hanging off his mustache from his breath. I want to remember him picking me up from the airport, where we decided to pay the airport parking machine with pennies, dropping pointless pennies and then laughing at repurposing pennies that were only just wasting space in his truck's ashtray. I want to remember that a friend from his youth, who was shorter than me by the time I was 12, that his friend decided that my nickname was Shorty. I want to remember how when I'd see him swim, he'd wear tiny Speedos. And that might seem strange, but he got a college scholarship for this. He was near Olympic diver. He was once in competition with medal winners like Greg Louganis. He'd go at that diving board, and suddenly, this concrete construction company owner sprung with such skill as he flipped through the air before making the tiniest tear and splash next to nothing through that sheet of water that would shatter like glass if anyone else tried that same dive other than him. You see, I want to remember these little slices of his life, these windows into his acts of kindness, how he would be the kind of guy who would want to give you the shirt off his back to a man in need. I want to remember this because I want to believe that he wasn't always lost. I want to believe that even though he erred, we should no longer condemn him, but condemn the thing that did this to him. So, I try not to remember the demons, but remember the man inside. I want to believe, and this is why I must remember. And on a happier short note at the end of this, and I'll close it out for you, this is a short one called Build Your Own Cross. Ready? Are you ready? Why be a carpenter and build your own cross when Walmart can do it for you? Selling mass-produced 2-foot-tall wooden crosses with glued plastic flowers to hammer into dirt at roadsides for accident victims. Why be a carpenter? Why build your own cross when Walmart can do it for you?